Good afternoon, Mr. Rupam. Our group is the Union. Our group members are Ariana, Elsa, Masha, Siuchi, Wei-En, Sini, and Etienne. The summary of this assignment is we understand how the restaurant operates after the COVID-19 pandemic and also how to create a service blueprint. Service blueprint, which is describing overall the restaurant operation and customer dining experience after the COVID-19 pandemic. Our restaurant should follow the SOP issued by the Ministry of Health to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So, we need to train our staff to follow the safety guidelines. We must consider the comfortability and safety of the guests before we redesign the service. It is important when we design the service as we need to concern about the satisfaction of our customers.
The COVID-19 pandemic has been one of the most shocking and unfortunate events throughout the history. The hospitality and tourism industry itself was hardly hit by this epidemic, and such condition has also changed the behavior and consumptions of millions of people around the world. All businesses in the industry took their own precaution by redesigning its operation while adhering to their respective government regulations. Hospitality and F&B businesses took measures such as social distancing, regular sterilization to curb the spread of this deadly virus. In Malaysia itself, the MCO regulation has affected the way of the people act and react towards their consumption. And due to this regulation that enforces them to stay at home, the society has been left with no choice other than to rely more on takeaways and delivery services. Some of them even start doing their own cooking, their own home meal prep, which is very shocking. But as this MCO regulation has been lifted, and several new service redesign have been introduced to each of restaurant, consumers has been react differently toward this condition, and they pick some new behavior or habit, such as change in the frequency of visits. This means that as diner becoming more cautious on where they're going to visit or where they're going to dine out, and restaurant has different protocol, different practices. Diner will prefer to choose and visit restaurant that they trust more, that suit their service standard, instead of exploring a new one, trying new food. Other than that, we've also come to a conclusion that consumer has becoming more attentive towards the safety and hygiene level of the restaurant. They will be very particular on this matter because of this whole condition, this whole thing that hygiene has been hygiene has been the paramount of everything. So yeah, consumer behavior will change due to the service redesign. The first one, which is the frequency of visits, and the second one will be the attention towards the safety and hygiene level.
Hi sir, I'm Arana, and today I will present about the impact of the redesigned service on diners, restaurant staff, and also the restaurant process. But first, I will start from the service blueprints. First, what is the meaning of the service blueprints? It's actually a map that's showing the operation of the overall restaurant and also the customer dining process in your restaurants. due to the operator, they have to implement some several strategies and also some safety measurements after they reopen their restaurants to prevent the risk of spread of the COVID-19. Redesign service actually cause some impacts and also changes from the front half of the restaurant until the back house of the restaurants. But first, the impact of the redesign service on diners is actually the customers are encouraged to make their reservation in advance through online to secure their reservation. But why? It is because the number of the tables and chairs is actually limited, because as the number of the table are arranged to the physical distancing according to the safety guidelines. And then another point is the health check station. It actually was set up they actually were set up by the restaurant owner and also all the operators for the customers to scan their body temperature and also to scan the QR tracing codes before they are entering the restaurants. And then for the second impact is on the restaurant staff. That actually is a very important, considered as the very important frontline staff for the restaurants, and they will always make sure that the customers are following the social distancing regulations, no matter in the waiting area or as well as the dining area. And then for the third impact is on the restaurant process. The first point is the restaurant will introducing a new cleaning schedule for the staff, such as they have to always sanitize all the touch surface, such as the tables, as well as the chair, and also the food, and also every food contact surface. And then the secondly is the limit the number of the staff in the working areas by creating a new working schedule so that the number of staff can be controlled and also to ensure the operation of the restaurant will be operate smoothly. Thank you.
Maintaining customer satisfaction. In order to meet the customer expectations, the redesign should be focused on safety. It should have adequate SOP for the service staff when interacting with customers, and the measures implemented should have minor effect on the quality of service. There are three main areas the redesign should be focused on. The first being cleanliness and safety of premises, which includes regular sanitation, disinfection, providing temperature checks at the entrance, and testing staff for COVID-19. The second is personalized service, which includes attentiveness and responsiveness to customer requests and complaints. And the third is high quality products. Switching to more reputable suppliers will bring in better quality ingredients, improves quality of food, and improves safety of the restaurant.
Redesign service, reference, and co-create customer value. So we choose Shangri-La Hotel Kuala Lumpur Lafayette as our example because it is Malaysia's best restaurant for their exceptional cuisines and service by Malaysia Tatler. It launched a range of dining SOP which meet Malaysia's government requirements such as social distinction and number of people control. From our point of view, it is worthy of our consideration. Before co-create customer value, we must understand what customer perceive and understand customer needs change over the time. So during this pandemic period, sanitize and hygiene is a big concern. We will sanitize all table and chairs after every customer dinner over and out. We must ensure every customer feels safe while they visit our restaurant. We will require a feedback from customer after meal to improve our service in order to meet their expectation. We will also encourage cashless payment, and we will cooperate with different merchants to reduce customers' trouble. So customer will feel value and matter to the business, thereby co-create customer value.
To measure and capture service quality or redesign service, the software which was developed by Parasuraman, Satam, and Barry will be used in the measurement. In the software models, there are 5 categories to measure customers' assessment of service quality, which are tangible, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. In these dimensions, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy will directly reflect the interaction between customer and staff. Empathy refers to providing caring and individualized attention to customers. By applying the empathy measurement of the service quality, we will notify guests about the wait and the change have been made for ensuring safety of everyone, such as the practice of 1 meter social distancing, temperature checkpoint, and sanitizer provided. Moreover, we also will prepare some drinks and appetizer for the guests who are queuing in the waiting area. Furthermore, the verification for guest satisfaction after their meals is recognized as an expression for empathy. The assurance has been defined as the employee's knowledge, courtesy, as well as the ability to convey trust and confidence to customers. The assurance of the employee will be measured in the progress of assisting the guest to place order, especially when the guest asks for specialty or request. And the delivery of quality food and beverage is also an expression for assurance. The responsiveness means the willingness of the organization to help guests and also provide a prompt service. The attentiveness and promptness are emphasized in dealing with customers' questions, demands, issues, and complaints. The responsiveness can be described as the staff will escort guests to the table, which has already been arranged when they make the reservation, and help them to be seated. Besides, the responsiveness will be shown when checking body temperature for customers and spraying hand sanitizer before entering the restaurant. Besides, the customer satisfaction should be emphasized or else may cause the poor performance when the service organization ignore the customer service expectation. Thus, the customer satisfaction came as a result of service quality. The perceived service quality is one of the components of customer satisfaction, although there are other affecting factors such as the product quality and price. To measure the customer satisfaction, the direct measure has been used in the blueprint as a shift, and the servers will ask for the comment on overall the dining experience of guests to verify the customer satisfaction. Another measurement for the customer satisfaction and service quality, restaurant can create an online feedback system or provide a feedback card to customers after they experience your restaurant. This may help to reduce knowledge gap, which is occur when there is difference between what management perceive customer expect from a service and what customer actually expect. Therefore, the customer satisfaction will result in good when the management understand the perceived service of or demand that customer actually expect.
Now I want to introduce the service failure of our service blueprint. The first service failure could occur in the table setting. During the COVID-19 in restaurants, each table should be noticed the maximum number of people permitted depending on the size of the table. So when the customers more than 5 people, they may face a situation of sitting separately, and they must be separated into 2 tables, and this may cause some guests to feel dissatisfaction. The way to deal with this failure is the staff should inform customers the seating arrangement in advance when customers make appointments, whether by walk-in or calls or on the websites. The recovery strategy of this failure is the staff should properly inform customers this situation in time, and when customers feel dissatisfied, they should explain it to them. The second service failure could occur in the table setting with disposable tableware, because some of the guests not used to disposable tableware, and it's inconvenient to use when they eat the main course, such as the steak and the lamb chop. The way to deal with this failure is the hotel can recommend their guests to bring their own tableware, and when the guests want to change the non-disposable tableware, they should provide sterilized non-disposable tableware to them immediately. The recovery strategy of it is when customers feel uncomfortable to use it and ask the request to change the non-disposable tableware, staff should replace it immediately for them.
In order to gain a competitive advantage over other competitors, it is important for us to increase customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction helps to build customer loyalty. The outcomes of customer loyalty are retaining the existing customers and attract potential customers. Therefore, customers are willing to choose our restaurant over the long term and recommend to others like their friends and relatives. We are trying to let our customers experience a unique and special dining experience. By getting the feedback from customers, we understand what is the customer's expectation. If the customers complains, then we must fix the problems.
In conclusion, in order for restaurants to lower the risk of COVID-19 spreading, they should limit the number of customers per table, maintain social distancing. This ensures the guest of their safety and allows them to have a comfortable environment. Each restaurant has to redesign their services in order to reduce the amount of customers at a time as well as the number of staff on the premises.